The appearance of the Antichrist, the first sign of the end times. According to the Bible, before Jesus returns, a leader will emerge who deceives the world and leads people away from God. This figure is known as the Antichrist. The prophet Daniel received a vision of a fierce beast, symbolizing a mighty kingdom. This beast has 10 horns, representing 10 kings. From these horns, a small horn rises, symbolizing the Antichrist. When this horn rises, it will overthrow 3 of the 10 kings and gradually gain control over the entire kingdom. This sign indicates that a global government will be established, with the Antichrist as its supreme leader. Today, globalization in economics and politics is growing rapidly, creating the perfect environment for his appearance. Under the rule of the Antichrist, the world may seem to enter a prosperous period, but in reality, it will be a deception. He will not only manipulate politics but also alter the moral and spiritual foundation of humanity. The Antichrist establishes a global religion. After declaring himself God and occupying the temple in Jerusalem, the Antichrist will implement an even more terrifying plan, establishing a global religion, forcing everyone in the world to worship him. According to Revelation, the Antichrist will not act alone. He will have a special ally, known as the false prophet. This figure is described as another beast coming out of the earth, capable of performing extraordinary miracles, even calling fire down from heaven to convince humanity that the Antichrist is indeed divine. The main task of the false prophet is to create an image of the Antichrist, a special statue or image representing him. Shockingly, the Bible says this image will come to life, speak, and order the killing of anyone who refuses to worship it. It may sound unbelievable, but in today's age of advanced technology, the idea of a living image is not so far-fetched. With artificial intelligence, AI, advanced robots, and global surveillance systems, a system that can track, control, and punish those who oppose it is not impossible. The emergence of this global religion marks a significant turning point. Those who follow God will be hunted and fiercely persecuted. Anyone who refuses to kneel before the Antichrist will be labeled a rebel and face death. At this point, the world will be completely under the control of the Antichrist. He will not only control politics and the economy but also hold the souls of humanity. But this is still not the most terrifying part. The next step in his plan will ensure that all humanity cannot escape his control: the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast, Antichrist's absolute control. After establishing the global religion and forcing humanity to worship him, the Antichrist will take a shocking step, imposing the mark of the beast on the entire population of the world. This is not just a simple sign but a tool for comprehensive control, affecting the economy, politics, and personal life of individuals. According to the book of Revelation, everyone, from the young to the old, from the rich to the poor, from the free to the slave, will have to receive this mark on their right hand or forehead. Those who do not have the mark will be unable to buy, sell, or engage in any economic transactions. This means that anyone who refuses to submit to the Antichrist will be excluded from the global economic system, completely isolated from society. In the past, this idea might have seemed unbelievable, but with the development of digital currency, AI, and global surveillance systems, such a control system could easily become a reality. Today, many countries have experimented with payment systems using implanted microchips under the skin, allowing people to make transactions with just a hand scan. A global digital currency system run by the Antichrist and the false prophet would be the perfect tool to control every human activity. Additionally, Revelation reveals a mysterious number related to the mark of the beast, 666. This number has long been a topic of debate. Some believe it is the identifier for the Antichrist, while others think it is related to a global financial system or personal identification technology. Whatever the true meaning of this number is, one thing is certain: those who accept the mark of the beast will officially pledge allegiance to the Antichrist and reject God. This is a decision with eternal consequences, determining humanity's fate not only in this world but in the world to come. The final battle, the fall of the Antichrist. After the Antichrist establishes absolute power, forces the world to worship him, and controls the global economy through the mark of the beast, one final horrific event will occur, the Battle of Armageddon, the confrontation between the Antichrist and God. The Bible states that the Antichrist will gather nations from around the world to fight against Jesus. The location of this battle is the Valley of Megiddo in Israel, which has witnessed many wars throughout history. Millions of soldiers from all over the world will stand under the command of the Antichrist, ready to face Christ when he returns. However, the Bible describes that when Jesus appears, he will not come alone, with him will be the heavenly army, including angels and all those who have believed in him throughout the ages. This means that if you are a Christian, you will be part of this victorious army. Jesus will appear with eyes like fire, and from his mouth, a sharp sword will come, destroying the Antichrist's armies in the blink of an eye. No weapon or strategy can withstand his infinite power. Finally, the Antichrist and the false prophet will be captured and thrown into the lake of fire forever. The Antichrist's power will be utterly destroyed, ending the darkest period of humanity. This is God's victory, affirming that evil cannot triumph over truth. Although the story of the Antichrist ends here, this is just the beginning of a new era, the reign of Jesus on earth, bringing true peace and justice. The Bible states that those who believe in God will reign with him, experiencing a world free from suffering, injustice, or death. Are you ready for that day? The final signs before the return of Christ. Although the appearance and downfall of the Antichrist are among the most significant events in the last days, the Bible also gives many other signs to help us recognize that the return of Jesus Christ is near. These signs are not only warnings but also calls for humanity to wake up, the increase of war and global instability. Jesus prophesied that in the last days, the world would be filled with wars, conflicts, and violence. Nations will rise against each other, alliances will break, and political chaos will spread globally. We can clearly see this today through the conflicts in the Middle East, escalating wars between world powers, and increasing global instability. Natural disasters and famine occurring more frequently. The Bible also warns that earthquakes, floods, wildfires, and other natural disasters will increase as the end approaches. Additionally, widespread famine will break out, causing millions to face food shortages. With climate change and the depletion of resources today, the world is witnessing this more than ever. Persecution of Christians. Jesus said that in the last days, those who believe in him will be persecuted and killed. Today, Christians in many parts of the world are being oppressed, churches are being destroyed, and many are forbidden to worship God. The gospel being preached worldwide. Despite the difficulties, the Bible prophesies that the gospel of Jesus Christ will be preached throughout the world before the end times come. Today, with the development of technology and social media, the message of Christ is spreading like never before. Are you ready? These signs show that we are living very close to the final times. This is the time for everyone to return to God, seek the truth, and prepare for the return of Jesus Christ. Are you ready to face what is about to happen? The final event, the return of Jesus Christ. Ultimately, when all these signs are fulfilled, Jesus will return in glory to judge the world. Those who have accepted him will be saved, while those who have rejected him will face eternal separation from God.